The Eco-Museum of the LOMELLINA countryside serves as a comprehensive conservation, valorization and promotional project for LOMELLINA, the area bounded by the Po, Sesia and Ticino rivers, with a 1,000-year-old cultural heritage in the western part of the province of Pavia in Lombardy. The route for visiting the abbeys and churches of LOMELLINA in a guided tour winds through early Christian, Proto-Romanesque and Roman monuments, continuing through medieval buildings right to Renaissance churches. The recommended tour route leaves from Lumello. It was already an important centre in Roman times. In the time of Lombard rule, Queen Theodelinda married Agilulf, Duke of Turin in 590 AD, in the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore, built between 1025 and 1040 on the ruins of the former Lombard edifice. It is one of the buildings most representative of Lombard Romanesque art. The interior is in the form of a Latin cross with 3 naves. The baptistry of St. John of the Fountains, San Giovanni ad Fontes, is undoubtedly the territory's most antique and valuable monument. Inside is a baptismal font in an irregular hexagonal form, dating from a period between the 5th and 7th centuries. It obviously has earlier Roman origins. It is an early Christian monument of profound national interest. The route through LOMELLINA continues from Robbio. The Abbey of San Valeriano, was reconstructed in the 11th century on the site of an earlier church built in the 6th and 7th centuries, as proven by the archaeological finds displayed in the interior. It stands alongside the Via Francigena pilgrim route, the medieval pilgrim route running from Canterbury to Rome. Recent restoration works have repaired the area of the 3 naves and the facade, with the reconstruction of the northern minor apse. The Romanesque church of St. Peter, San Pietro, dating from the 11th century, is worth visiting. The existence of the church can be deduced from a fragment of a notarial deed from 1086. The interior frescoes are numerous and eclectic, painted between the end of the 1400s and the first half of the 1500s. From Robbio to Breme, where the Benedictine monks built the Abbey of St. Peter, San Pietro, which became one of the most important in Italy and Europe from the 10th to the 13th centuries. In the Abbey Complex, one should visit the crypt, dating from the 10th century, the only remaining part of the church which was demolished in the Napoleonic era. The cloister, the kitchen of the Olivetani friars. One should also visit the Church of the Assumption of St. Mary, Santa Maria Assunta, built in the 10th century and reconstructed in the 15th alongside its early Christian baptistry annex, dating from the 8th century. The Church of St. Mary of the Po Marshes, Santa Maria di Policino, dates back to the 10th century. In Villezzo Lomellina, the parish of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Pieve della Beata Vergine Maria, is a proto-Romanesque architectural complex which has been documented since the 10th century. Alongside the church lies the St. John the Baptist baptistry, Battistero di San Giovanni Battista. Rice paddies surround this ancient religious site. We proceed from Villezzo Lomellina to Mortara. The Carolingian Abbey of St. Albinus, Sant'Albino, was built in the 8th century alongside the Via Francigena. In the abbey, reconstructed in the 11th century, one can marvel at the 14th century frescoes. The abbey lies at the site where, on the 12th of October 773, the battle at which the Franks of Charlemagne defeated Desiderio's Lombards took place. The Basilica of St. Lawrence, San Lorenzo, in the centre of Mortara, was built in Lombard Gothic style between 1375 and 1380. The exterior facade is made of terracotta. The interior is filled with artworks. In the countryside of Frascarolo, one can marvel at the Cistercian Abbey of Acqualunga, built in the 13th century, founded by the monks of Rivalta Scrivia. The Madonna di Casaletto shrine is situated in Valle LOMELLINA. An ancient tradition holds that the site was built to commemorate a miracle which occurred in the second half of the 14th century. At Sanazzaro de Burgundy, the recommended tour of Lomellina's abbeys and churches comes to an end. The Church of Saints Nazarias and Celsus, Santi Nazario e Celso, was built in the 15th century. Inside there are two particularly valuable wooden statues sculpted in the 1400s, representing the two patron saints.